Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back with a YouTube video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a bit of a different video here. So, yeah, previously in the past, it's been a while, I did my dream, I think I did like Teen Titans team and stuff like that. So I've done these videos before, but now today's video, we're going to be doing my dream Marvel team. Now, this is going to be a bit different than the previous videos when I was just talking about. But pretty much what these videos are is I just pretty much talk about kind of my dream team here. So I'm not following any team order. Like, I'm not saying, say, the Avengers or Fantastic Four, X-Men or anything like that. I'm just picking characters that I would like to see be on a team together. And I'm talking, I guess you could call it the Your Boy Light Marvel team, if you want to call it. So yeah, pretty much I'll just be picking kind of heroes that I think could combine together and just be a team. So I think I'll just maybe do max 10 members, honestly, but I would like to keep it more at 6, but I think I'll put it at 10 just so you can get a maximum kind of idea of what this is. I'm kind of taking a little bit of inspiration from kind of the new Avengers too. So I don't know if the team's gonna be similar to that, but I already have kind of an idea of who I want to be on this team here, and I think I'll be taking members from maybe the whole Marvel, anyone pretty much in Marvel. Just I will not be doing villains, but maybe I'll do the villains updated form. I don't know, but I think I'll just stick to really anti-heroes and kind of superheroes as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be leaning to more towards more of like, say, standalone characters that you don't traditionally see with a lot of teams or anything like that. So I don't think I'll use any Fantastic Four members. Maybe I'll use one of them. I don't think I will, but or like I'll probably use an Avengers member as well. But these this team is also going to be comprised of characters that are, in my personal opinion, very underrated, underrepresented. A lot of them, like a lot of people don't really talk about them and stuff like that. So yeah. And also, I'm thinking about making this team a more leaning towards an anti-hero team. So yeah. So I'm gonna start with the first member here. I'll kind of go over the leaders and stuff afterwards, but let's just start off with the first one here. So the first one we have here, I'm gonna say Ghost Rider. Now, what you might be thinking to yourself right now, you might be like, Ghost Rider, isn't he? Doesn't he really not work with teams, or isn't he just straight up insane? Yes, but again, I'm doing this with more traditionally against standalone characters, and I felt like he just adds a cool element. And again, I just said I was leaning towards more anti-heroes, and in my personal opinion, Ghost Rider is very underrepresented. And I'm talking about the plain Ghost Rider, not like Cosmic Ghost Rider or anything like that. So yeah, his base form pretty much. So yeah, he's the first member. I think he's pretty interesting as well. The next one's gonna be Moon Knight. Now I think Moon Knight is definitely another character that's very interesting. Again, he's more of a anti-hero again, so again he'll kill if he has to. But he's another one. I think he's pretty cool. Another underrepresented character in my personal opinion. But yeah. The next one, I'm thinking about adding Daredevil to this team. Now, Daredevil is another character, but again, traditionally, he is a part of the Avengers per se, or the Defenders, more frequently the Defenders and stuff like that. So there's that, of course, but personally, I think he'll fit well with this team. I think he'll be interesting to see it go around to another kind of. He's not much of an anti-hero. He's more of a superhero, but I'm gonna put him on the team. Next one, to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna add kind of Spider-Man here. Now I'm gonna be adding more of, say, the more adult version of Spider-Man, not too much a kid version, just for the fact that this team's a bit darker. So I don't think Spider-Man's gonna kill anybody, but of course it makes more sense for it to be bit more darker, so I'm adding a bit of the older Spider-Man. I don't know if I should add symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah, you know what? I'm going with symbiote Spider-Man. I think he's pretty cool, so yeah, I'm adding him to the list. Um, the next character I'm thinking about adding is the Punisher. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, that doesn't make sense in Punisher's character. He doesn't like teams. He doesn't like the government. All that stuff like that. He's just too violent for them. But again, I just said this again. I'll repeat it myself again. I'm kind of leaning towards anti-heroes here, so that's the reason why. And I think he'll definitely add a more darker aspect as well to this team here. So yeah, we're not Punisher. Um, the next one is kind of a no-brain, kind of another character, darker side, and I'm thinking about adding Wolverine. Now, I think Wolverine's definitely an interesting put in this team, as he's usually in the new Avengers and stuff like that as well, and he's an Avenger member. Some consider him an anti-hero, some consider him not to be. Personally, I consider him in the middle because again, he kills people and stuff like that, but he has very superhero intentions and stuff like that. So yeah, we're adding Wolverine. Uh, so yeah, the next character that I'm thinking of adding is I am thinking of adding my apologies here. I'm trying to think of a character. I just had the character in my head too. Uh, I'm thinking of adding maybe Jessica Jones or Jewel, or I don't know what you call her, but personally I call her Jessica Jones. But I'm putting the more heroic version of her, more, but she's still kind of dark and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the reason why. And I realized this team is kind of looking like the Defenders a little bit, but I mean it's tend to be a more darker team. Uh, and that's I'm thinking also of adding Black Widow on this team. I think she'll be an interesting fit in this team. Of course, an Avengers member, and I think she'll be interesting on this team and definitely very cool. Again, bringing more of the darker side as well because she is a superhero, but there's times where she could be an anti-hero too. Uh, but yeah, and actually the last final member I'm thinking about putting on this team is going to be the Winter Soldier. Now, I think the Winter Soldier would definitely be an interesting fit on this team. He's definitely very interesting, awesome character, really cool, and again, darker approach to this team, and he definitely should be in here as well. So yeah, let's go over the team real quick. We got Ghost Rider, we got Moon Knight, we got Daredevil, we got Symbiote Spider-Man, we got the Punisher, the Wolverine, Jessica Jones, and Black Widow, and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of characters here. We actually have 9 characters, but oh well. Uh, so yeah, obviously I don't mean for all 9 characters. Let's say we're writing a comic book here. I would say we don't need all these characters at the same time. Maybe we'd highlight about 5 of them. But let's just go over, like, I guess the leader and stuff like that. And I think for the leader wise, I'm going to be picking either uh, Daredevil. I find maybe Daredevil would be the leader, kind of. Maybe the Wolverine, but I think the Wolverine kind of manages the X-Men, so I kind of want new people being leaders and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe Daredevil be is going to be the leader. In terms of like second in command, I would say Wolverine would probably be that. But like if vice versa or whatever, that could happen as well. But I'm leaning towards more of Daredevil being the kind of leader, and then Wolverine becoming kind of like the second in command kind of thing. So yeah, again, this team is more of a darker approach. Uh, they'll probably deal with stuff like, say, more darker villains and darker storylines and stuff like that. So yeah, uh, of course we got symbiote Spider-Man. He's pretty much the only straight good guy here, but I kind of made him symbiote on purpose because symbiote Spider-Man's he's a bit darker. He's not very dark, but he is of course a little dark. I mean, he's gets angry faster, and that's the point of this team and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll be interesting as well. I mean, sometimes symbiote Spider-Man doesn't have to be on the team, but if I take him off, it'd definitely still be a good team. Definitely some interesting heroes here. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Comment down below. What do you guys think of this team? Do you think this team's pretty cool? Do you think he's bad or whatever? Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.